Hello gamers! Welcome to another masterclass in which I tell you what you're supposed to do in the hopes that you will learn from it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what tank would you love to see next. Alright, Oyster Bay. Things to point out immediately. Double IRD, but not that impactful on this. Double FV. Double Light. What is going to be fighting us? A bunch of annoying tanks. 277, 279, Chief. But this one is the snack. Type 5 Heavy. Now it will be hard to find a good engagement here. Simply because 279 and Chief will be very, very difficult to play against for us. We also have a bad shot versus a Type 5, so they will outnumber us on the heavy side. Which is something you have to pay attention to as well. When you see our development here, it's 4 times going this side. They have probably going to have a lot more of those. Our 50B is going towards the other side as well. They have no TDs really that will play this outside of the Yak Panzer. But it's going to be a tough game. We cannot push up too aggressive. We don't really want to play on the left because it's out in the open for the artillery as well. I'm thinking about starting here in the bush and playing from that point and seeing that maybe they'll push something badly. We'll find a free clip somewhere. Who knows? Who knows? Who can predict these things? This is kind of the same position as you would play in Onslaught. There's an FV there. I'm just chilling here and waiting and hoping that somebody decides to pressure up this lane. That should have been 2 shots, but I got 1 instead. He's gonna peek that because he can. I got 1 more, so I took 1 shot there, 331 to do the damage. The E100 is getting clapped, or going to get clapped in the meantime. And this is my moment, or my call sign, actually, in this battle to run away. Remember what I told you about, earlier. I mean, running away is a big thing, but I'm mainly waiting for them to make a bad push past the point of no return where I can peek and maybe clip out somebody that's going too far. This is a moment of patience, I was going to say, but with them pressuring the middle lane, I don't know if the patience here is one that makes sense. I mean, this guy... It's time to go back. I wanted to play the patience game there, but I wasn't able to really do it. Unless... No, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Yeah, that's an issue as well. He was perfectly... I give 1 and I pull back immediately. Yeah, I took 1 too many for that. It's time to bait the Yak Pound a little bit. We're down a lot though, and I have 2k, so I need 2 more clips here to have a good game coming out of this. They are blasting the Yak Pounder. The FV fired as well though. The Chieftain fired as well. And somebody there got owned. I want to make my clip and then drop off. That's basically what I want to do. You know what? I will just keep the HP here. Right? I will just keep my HP. And I will drop off already. I'll say no to the last potential shot that I had there. And instead, I will just be backing off. And immediately going back towards the hole down here. And playing from that point on. I think that might be the best possible play that I can imagine. I could have held. But I could also run into the risk that I would take a lot of damage to make that last shot. And to make that last shot... Come on, kill him. Nah, he bounced. But the 277 missed as well though. The Type 5 could be coming... I need to kill the 277 now because of that shot. Sadly, I needed to kill him now. Luckily enough, we didn't get pinned by the FV. It's already something. So, I'm going to peek the Yak Pounder. Woo! Big bounce. And now I need to be very careful because they could be coming behind me again. I'm tempted to drop off once more, but I don't think I can. I already missed. I'm just really thinking that the Type 5 is coming from this area here. Had to bait him. Had to bait him in that regard. Let's grab the reload immediately. There's still a T62A somewhere behind us. We will have to move again though, because of the artillery. We would love to not get caught by a Type 5. Okay, so the Type 5 might have just stayed on the balcony. There could be a T62A coming behind us, which is something we have to watch out for. The Type 5 could be pushing back up as well. He has only little HP though. It's mainly the X currently carrying all of the HP. There's a CS there. He dies. Okay, the question is, where did the T62A go right now? Where is the T62A? Where's the AX? We don't even want to peek the Type anymore because, you know, his HP was so low. So there's the AX. Where is this T62A? He must have gone back. Is what I'm thinking right now. He must have gone back. There's no way he didn't go back. This was a really good game of shooting-wise, I think. And readjustment-wise. We got a little bit lucky that the AV didn't kill us, but like, I also don't think that I was still spotted, so... There's that. If we will get extra in this... Not sure about that one, guys, to be honest with you. That is a whole different ball game altogether, getting extra. But... Let's see what's possible. The T62A was behind the whole way. He's gonna kill the RDs off now. So there is that, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is, I guess. What can we do though? What can we do? What can we do? What is possible here? What can we do? I'd like to catch the AX from this side, but I don't know if the ults are there. One shot, two shots, you know, it's always beautiful to get a little bit of extra. If he's running away, he should be running into me. Which means I get like one shot, maybe two. Unless he ran behind me. Which would... He bounced. He bounced. Poor guy. We get two shots out of that. The T63 killed the 50B. I will try and hunt him down, but like at this... Quickly looking at the result. 6.6, 6 kills. High experience as well. I don't know. We made one mistake about peeking a bit too early when we took the two shots there. And not baiting the Jagdpanzer enough. But outside of that, near flawless. Alright, so we get Glacier. We want to start in the middle. It's just a standard play on Glacier. It's kind of what we always go for, simply because it is just worth it, in my opinion, to do that. Why is it worth it? Well, simply, guys, because it is just worth it. No, but like honestly though, if you look at their lineup, they have a mouse and even handed, even a Kran. You're pretty quick with the T57 Heavy. People don't expect you to go there either. I would go there with any tank, really. And sometimes you get like a few initial shots. You can clip the guy going onto the hill, etc. And it's also like relatively safe to progress from here all the way north. They have a mouse and an E100, like I just said, so they're always going to be a tad slower in that regard about what they're going to do, what they're going to reach, where they're going to end up, etc, etc, etc. DBV is also playing middle. Bacha picking up. He won't find anything to sack. Okay. Well, the DBV spots somebody crossing to the open. He spots the Kran. I don't think he'll get a shot on that. I don't even know if I'll get a shot on that. I spot a mouse, however. Ooh, 140. We have to snap the first. Did he repair? Wow, that was actually close. It was actually close. We get two shots, like I said. You know, sometimes you just get something out of this, like a guy driving on the hill, like the 140, or a heavy tank crossing badly, like the even 100 on mouse. Sometimes happens as well. That tends to be a thing. I don't like stopping here, but the sack is shootable, so... Oh wow, I missed everything. Yep, yeah, one shot. Worth a try. We get one more. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful with our ammo. Ooh, la 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 la. Buddy, 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 buddy. Relax, relax, tranquilo, tranquilo. Okay, so they have a T57 play in the middle as well now, which is also pretty interesting. You won't see that often. But now we want to transition to the north altogether. That's where we want to go. We want to go towards the mouse. We want to go towards the E100. We can't pick a crown anyways. There's no point. So we need to find an opportunity now to cross over in front of the E100 so we can move towards the mouse. When this is going to be, I'm not sure. He may have actually just fired altogether. The mouse is going to start backing off though, so we can maybe take... No, the mouse is not going to back off. He's actually going to peek this. The mouse might peek this. But with our mouse holding this, I want to actually take an opportunity... Ah, the timing. He misses his shot. I misses my shot as well. I gotta stop trying. This is a bad peek. Now, however... Still, what I wanted to do is this initially, already. Like this, so I can push up. Towards the E100, he shoots at the mouse or E100, whatever. And I got a clip, but this E100 might peek. I want to hide as long as possible before he actually decides to shoot out. He doesn't actually shoot either. Round -1. Worth to try to snap that one. It's worth to try. It really is worth to try, because if it hits, it's great. E100 is not fast enough to really peek that. They do have a bat on the hill, which is going to be annoying. But E100 just fired. Only downside is that there's an FV behind him, which I have to be careful about. FV just fired. So I know that the E100 is going to be on reload for quite a while longer. And I know that I can get at least... I can at least kill the FV. And I could even peek the E100 slowly. Turret, missed that one. It's fine. I'm just trying to maximize my damage while not really exposing too much. It would be hard for the E100 there to really do something against me. Now, with the mouse pushing that, I know that the bat shot on the hill fired. I think he's still on reload. Okay, I miscalculated that one. I'll take 2. I'll take 1, actually. To cross towards the mouse. I know he fired a few shots. I was thinking he was a little longer left on reload, but he didn't. We will get a full clip out on this mouse now. Lower plate now. Good, the E100 reloaded. It's reloading, so we have at least 15 seconds. And then he's our next target. He's probably going to back off and sideskip around the corner, so we want to go back the regular way. We peek the bat first, we potentially give him a few shots, and if that's possible, then we go to proceed 100 after. Right, so let's start with the first things first. Bat chant. Make sure we peek when we're basically reloaded. We give him a shot. Very nice. Beautiful even. So the Batcha now realizes that, well. Maybe I'm not the top dog in this game. I'm going to wide peek even a little bit on towards the bat and see if he's willing to make a mistake. We're going to press our reload button now because we need 3 to kill the E100. But if we bounce 1, we'll need 4. We peek with the wreck. There's the E100. We back off. Good backing off. We hit our upper hull at a bad angle. Might E100 though as well for readjusting the way that he did. You have to be careful from their RD. That's bad angling. We're getting lucky though. He will still peek this, and I'm glad that I reloaded, yeah? Jesus. I am, however, running out of ammo. There's 6 heat shells left, and that's one of the issues with 57 is that when you start missing shots... Really? Really? This is a play? This really is a play, huh? I don't like the part where the guy tracked him. To be honest. And the part where the guy tracked him was not very good for me. Even 100 might be peeking the close corner now. I gotta go forward if I want to give the bat a shot, but I cannot drive, so I won't get it. I cannot snap it either. Which is the sad part. Now I'm a one-shot to the 100 though, which is honestly the saddest part about this. Between you and me. I would love to cross this. Nice, thanks RD. Nice try. I'd love to cross this. I don't think I'll get spotted from there. Even 100 fired, 57 still in the middle. I'd love to just use 2 shots now, because I have another full... I didn't say anything, guys. Ammo management hasn't been the greatest, but the damage is pretty good though. I don't know what HP they have on the other side, so I may be running here into a problem. I may also not. Would I play it differently? No. Did I take so many bad shots? Also no. I just got a tad unlucky at times. I don't want to peek this left corner though. These guys have been unspotted for a long time, which could lead into a bad scenario for us. That they could be sitting in the base already, and the bat shot could be there as well. Technically, I would love to make it like a little push towards this to shoot the to kill the T57. I mean, I do still have 2 shots though. I hit the first. I get him on the second. The second one was risky, but maybe the ammo management will have been just perfect. Maybe the sack clip was the worst part about it, to be honest. Like, the sack clip was the worst. But, like, outside of that, I don't think my ammo management was that bad. I have 3 more shells, and I have a good amount of damage, and I'm going to put them into the enemy team as well. It's going to be just fine. TVP gets spotted out. I have a shot. Okay, so there's either a bat or a DBV sitting in front of me. I think it was a bat shot, but I'm not sure. But I know that there's people ready to shoot me, which means that I'm gonna get ready to shoot them. Okay, we get the kill. It's fine, and the DBV kills us. That's unfortunate. There was 400 more in this. If we killed the 260 on the first shot, we would have gotten 1 more. But it's, at the end of the day, fine. So looking at the result, guys, 7.3k damage, 6 kills as well. All around a pretty good battle. Recapping, did I make mistakes? Yeah, a little bit. Against the mouse in the beginning. Sure, I should have taken a shot of damage here. But outside of that, I played a pretty good game. If there was a real big mistake, I would point it out because this is a learning video. But I don't see it. Alright, more Vanka, and it's artillery day all around. Left, right, and everywhere. We do get more Vanka here. Triple light tank. Double 80, double 261 as well. So not really a good combination of things that are in front of us. Let's look outside of that. The Waffen trigger, not that impactful. Mino could play heavy tanks, technically. There's a double Leo, E50 versus AX, 5A versus 57, E5 versus E5, 75A, 452, 277, against Canoper, 277, 75A. They have really good brawling lineups here for their team. Like, they really do have good brawling lineups. My new lovely tactic is to take inside through outside. Like, go outside and then we go inside. But I'm a bit worried here because it's a lot better from this side. That I might just be going towards the middle of the map. We will load that AP clip actually as well. Initially, and then decide whether we go left or right. I'm not really willing to commit too much yet. E50M's committing in. I can give him 1, but I don't know what 1 is going to give me. Since this is an AP clip and I only have 1 AP clip, I take risky shots on this because I'm not going to be using this again later. Does that make sense? Right, so this clip that I'm using now, it's like, okay, I'm shooting them simply because I'm never going to reload just these 2 shells. I'm just going to shoot the heat shells. Okay, I need to be safer here and get these spotted. The next goal is to make it towards the church so I can crossfire some people. For that, I'm going to need a C50M to back off a little bit. I think I can cross this unspotted. Okay, he did back off, good. And now we should be able to cross towards this here. Ooh, we did get spotted, that's the downside. I need to get these spotted fully. We can clip this guy out from relative safety. We gotta be careful from the forest though, not the perma spot us. Get 3. Get 4, okay. Now we can hide on the side of the church. It's relatively safe. You gotta be careful from this. It's relatively safe from all angles in this regard. But we gotta be careful from behind us, of course, as always. Now the 450k is clippable as well. We want to go with these spotted here. And now we're just focusing on hitting all our shots. So, easiest targets first, 452k. Give 1. You gotta be careful from the fences. As you can see. Hit the Manti one, and then finish it off on the 277 with one more as well. Angle towards him. We always go, you see me always go like this immediately. I never kind of reverse straight on this tag. That's like a natural thing that you gotta learn as well. We don't reverse straight, we reverse at an angle. Why? Because they're gonna shoot your front, not your side most of the time. This gives you the opportunity to bounce a shot that normally you wouldn't have bounced. Now it's actually kind of cleanup duty, which we don't like in 57. We don't want to be the cleanup tank, but we're only missing the Phoenix and the Minnow now. I'm going to keep these three. I'm going to cross over, and I'm going to try and clip out against the 705A. So we do get spotted. EBR spots us out as well. On the move, I have faith that that's going to hit because you can see how my aiming circle is basically the size of his tank. There's an EBR behind me. I don't really care. I have double light tank protecting me. Now, however, I want to clip these guys. The best way to do that is from here. The 452K is trying to cover this, so I don't think he can continue sitting there. Anyways, we're only missing the Phoenix now. The 452K could become annoying, but right now he isn't. He also has to be careful. We peek the bush here. If we're spotted, we're spotted. We should start clipping immediately, and the reason why is because that's too high DPM heavy tanks, and I want to spend as little time. The last one was the bad one. I needed to hit his actual side. Took a bit long to hit it, and I wanted to hit his actual side because on the side of the E5, the whole strip of armor is actually just spennable. Artillery is in the forest. E50M is shooting me from the house. I should be fine. I'd love it if I could stop getting blocked, however. If this guy could stay spotted, that would be huge. We could, however, do what I'm doing now, which is go over the top. Hope that the 5A goes back and maybe give a shot on him then. He does go back. Give one shot against him. 261. E50 might be in the open now. E50 is in the open. He's going to turn in. I'm assuming this building is extremely in the way. Start shooting over the building. Try it. Why not? He was going to die anyways. Reload and hope for the last clip. The Phoenix is probably hiding on K9. He might drown. It's the normal tank destroyer play at this scenario. The Minnow has a little bit of HP as well, 1.5, so he's going to hold them off for a few seconds at least. He's not just going to explode. And now we've got to be ready for the forest, for the water, where we do believe the Phoenix is hiding. Snap immediately, why not? You got to try and snap in this scenario. You gotta try and snap it, and we'll get a really good game. A quick 8.2k damage with another 5 kills. And I think we made some really good moves across the map again. The initial mid start was very good as well. Intelligent. I'm sucking my own PP, I made as well. Decision for the battle, because can't really commit anywhere in the beginning, and we get a really good result out of this as well, of course. I mean, 8.2k damage, 5 kills, top of the board. There wasn't any real mistakes in that one, to be honest. Alright, let's see now on this one what we can do. It's an interesting one again. I have ideas. I'd love to go right side on this map, but I don't think it's possible. We're going to be playing turbo as well. Triple light against double ID. If my team goes left, I goes left. If my team goes right, I goes right. But when you look at it, they have 780, Chief, and VZ. They're most likely going to overpower the right side in sheer number of hold-on tanks that can play there. Which leaves me only with the city to play, and then the hopes of the 60p being there, a little bit isolated, potentially find a medium or two as well. I don't have a lot of faith in this right side play, because again, 780 Chief EZ, they are better tanks for this part of the maps than what we have. They're also faster, so. On top of course, you know, the mediums, STB, Leo, TVP could all be there. So FV going city, 780 going city, he'll be holding the cross, I guess. And then VZ55, okay. That's an unhealthy number of tanks for me, let's put it that way. I don't like crossing this when somebody's holding the angle. But a 50B might try to counter him, so I could peek maybe here in front. Where he doesn't spot me. I would love him to repeat this, but I guess he won't. I gave him the shots because, you know, 60p takes time to aim, so I'm like, I might be okay with it, you know? If he snaps it, it's whatever, it's a tight angle. He has a high percentage of missing, so we trade it even. My assumptions about 9-0 line were completely wrong. They decided to do it completely different than what I thought, which is a bit annoying, but at the same time... At the same time, it's okay. We immediately reload. There's no point to wait whatsoever on this. The right side will win, so... Now the real question is, what to watch out for is where this heavy. Like, realistically, where is this enemy heavy? The artillery comes in. Sound detection being very handy. Trying to spot out the heavy. I don't see him, so I'm crossing. Because I want to clip out against the VZ55 at some point. I know I have the possibilities for it. And I know that where he's sitting is actually not as safe altogether. And I do know that I'm going to have to win the city somehow. I want to have a good game in this. That's the 780. It's fine. That was such an annoying clip. Holy, that little truck was the most annoying truck I've ever seen in my life. Lucky the IV misses, but that truck, that was... Wow. God, wow, that was annoying. I need to push this guy now. I can't push this guy now because he's gonna back off already. That was crazy unlucky. We somehow need to kill this 780 though. I can back off now from here a bit further, a bit more safe, because we're going to start getting repressured ourselves, actually. So I want to back off a little bit to a bit safer of a position. My E100 hasn't hit a single shot this whole time. I need... I need 2 clips, but I won't get 2 clips. It's impossible. It will not be possible for me to get 2 clips. It's not even going to be possible for me to get 1 more clip out of this. How unfortunate this is. Try to angle, but it's not really going to do much. It's, however, important. The issue is... What ruined the game here is the clip against the VZ, guys. Honestly. The clip against the VZ is the one that ruined the game here. If... I would have intuition to AP, I would have been able to fully clip him out through the lower plate, but I thought I could pen the upper part, but 3 bad pen rolls and 1 bad shot by me. So that was unfortunate, but it's good to show these kind of games as well, because they will happen in a session. That 1 clip is the difference between 3k and 5k, so it happens. Alright, Mountain Pass, or Mountain Ass, I think, which as many people would call it. It's a tier 8 battle. There's 2 IDs. We start looking at the heavies, so Quota type, the Tiger, not that dangerous. Contender, annoying. E5, yeah. So now we have to guess, is the E5 going 1-2 line, or is he going towards the bridge? We have the possibility, in my opinion, to cross the bridge in the T57. It's a bit more of a risky play. However, playing H1, H2 with the T57 will lead into a bad thing, which is having to play hold down with a 57 against an E5, and as much as he does have a cupola, it will be annoying and it will not be very successful. So as long as I'm covered here, I may find some success by actually crossing over. More than I would from anything else, to be honest. So, we gotta try it. We want to try it as well, because why not? And let's see what it gives. So the E5 isn't spotted yet in the beginning. He might also be going towards the Glacier side, or many heavy tank players like going Glacier side, even though it's pretty bad, to be honest. Right, they love going there for some reason. And he's going there too. I'll take 1 for this. He's going to hide. Let him hide. We don't really care. If we want to shoot something, it's the char slash EBR. And then maybe we can reverse. I think the E5 is running away though. Let's reload now. Let's reload. The E5 looked like he was back, and otherwise would have peeked him. So we got 1 shot of damage. Why not? We're 30 YOLOing down. He's our next target in 15 seconds. We get to chill. We get to relax. Just gotta be careful from getting peeked from the bridge. But yeah, we can reverse. They've given up the 1-2 line altogether. We can reverse on top of the bridge because of this. Because as we can see, it's pretty clear. And then in 2 seconds, we can get peeked from the bridge right now, which is bad. Because we were about to make our clip. I'll have to kill one of the two. I need rolls here. I need a roll. Alright, bounce. Yeah, it's pretty bad that the Scorp died behind me. I have to drop, actually. I actually have to drop. Good drop, Tiger. And it's not because of the Tiger 2 pushing me, it's just because I have no support behind. And I have to be ready to... Of course, you know, I cannot face this when I have nobody on the bridge. I don't have the required clip potential for it. So he's reloading now in the Skoda. E5 is backing up and I'm trying not to get owned by the E5 in return. And instead I'll try to own the contender first. Right turret, now lower plate. The C5 is really trying and I don't know why. I don't know why he's so obsessed with us. This Waffentrager seems to have the big gun. We can peek from the left, semi-hold out. And then clip out the contender and the E5 again. We could take 2 shots for that. Keep that into consideration. Lower plate. Wait a second. Lower plate again. That's a good shot, the last one. Just doesn't pen. We cannot reverse here because of the Waffentrager sitting there. So be careful for that. Altogether, E5 is going to run away now. I think we've scared him off. And we gotta wait until reload before we peek because the Waffentrager could still be holding at angle. Even the one that we're gonna peek here, he could be holding in. We don't wanna make the mistake of peeking without being somewhat reloaded. Was it worth it? I don't think actually that this peek was worth it. To be honest, I think that is the mistake this battle, like peeking the Waffentrager with the big gun. D5 is still gonna be running, but you know, I think he may already be in the base at this point. I'm hoping that the T54 checks it out. Like if he was running whole time straight, he would be in the base by now. There's the T57. There's the E5. We take the snap because why not? He's still reloading, so we can try this again. He's gonna be reloaded soon though. Now we back off because, well, don't need to explain why, I guess. He's off of reload. And the issue is we don't have enough time to go back. So we somehow have to find something here. So we're kind of hoping that the E5 decides to cover the other flank. Okay, this guy's coming forward. E5 is about to get pressured from behind though. Come on, I need him to turn around. We have a few seconds before he reloads. He's getting flanked by the Progetto. He will not get a shot on us. His awareness is not really there either. Yeah, shoot us. T57 went to drown. Very good. Good shot on the back of him. Artillery. Bad shot altogether. Maybe this guy. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we were going for the type. That's why we took the shot, you know? Like, we take the shot, we go for the type. Oh, man. Yes. Nice. Take the shot and go for the type. Wow, they... Jesus Christ. 2 drowners again. Very nice. Take the shot from the E5. Push the type. Make a clip. But it didn't end up being that way. We still got 2 shots in nonetheless, though. So, can't really complain. It is, again, a pretty good game. Again, sad part is that the Scorpion pushed up to the bridge here, stopped covering us, and in return of that, we had to drop off earlier than we wanted to. Did cost us a little bit. When we look at the result here, it's actually a pretty good one. I mean, coming from from this tier 8 battle. 5.9, top of the board as well. Pretty good results. Yet again, the mistake, picking the Waffentrager. Alright, on to Cliff. Not the easiest map to play in a T57 Heavy, but there's really no thinking involved around this. I mean, look at their lineup, look at your lineup. Slow, fast, fast-ish, slow, fast, slow, slow, fast, fast, slow. The same, fast, When we look at this, they're about even, the lineups. We always go in middle. We're never gonna do anything but go middle. We're never gonna go 1-2 line. We're never gonna go around the hill. We're always gonna start by going middle. It's that simple. Why? There's only 180. We have plenty of combat tanks that should be taking the middle area as well. You usually get a free clip on a guy crossing. There's a lot of benefits to it. From the mid area, you can get 1 or 2 clips on almost any side and any body as well. So that is something you want to be going for in any way, shape, or form. And we even took 1-2 line, which is important to watch out for in the beginning. Like, are you winning 1-2 line or not? The fact that we won it is huge. You could do that, what I did there, and get the shot out. Yeah, 7 wants to peek the ram though, which is something I have to be careful about. Like, how aggro do they want to go up? And now you see your 1-1B. You make that snap. Why not? Why would you not make that snap? Okay, the Leo immediately owns you. The IS-7 is playing top ram. It is something you have to watch out for a lot. Do not take damage. The BZ is going up. We have to run away. I'm getting blocked by the ST2. I'm gonna take one more here, running away because of that. No, I don't. Okay, so we get pushed back from the middle because they're really playing aggro middle themselves, which is not great for us whatsoever. Our 1-2 line is also struggling to kill a T60 so you know, taking that into consideration as well. 1-1B running away. Type 71 has drowned somehow. Interesting. Rhino rushing across again. And I need to find an opportunity here to do something, and I don't know what yet. They're definitely gonna have at least one gorilla in the back, which is kind of what I'm afraid of right now. The bigger issue that they're gonna come around the hill soon, and I'm not on top of the hill. I cannot take the top either, I think. So we have to start getting ready for around the hill now. It's gonna be a slow cliff and not a great cliff either, which means, yeah, well, we gotta sit here and wait. Again, the only good thing is that we've won 1-2 line. Without that, this would be very tough. We aim at the gap here because the gap allows us to give shots when they decide to cross over into position, which I assume they will. And if you feel useless in this regard, that's because you currently are useless when you're in this scenario. That was a really unfortunate miss, to be honest. He will repeat that. Give good shots there. 3 shots in. 2k damage now. They finally cleared the T60 away. It's very important that they did that, but it took way too long because now they can start peeking and harassing the guys at the ramp. T57 Heavy. I have 7 seconds on reload. We're just going to do the same thing as we did before, guys. We're going to peek. We know that this guy can be shot when he makes a mistake. We know the 57 can be shot when he makes a mistake as well. We're just holding top of the roof. There's always a pen. 57 may get greedy and peek in return. That's kind of what we're hoping for right now. We're playing off of the greed of the enemy team now. The 57 will either run away or he will peek me. One of the two is what is going to happen here. I would also like to go middle back at some point, but you know, I'm like I said, I'm expecting a bad peek. Wow. That's kind of funny, guys. It's just a little funny. I'm honest with you. I mean, it's unfortunate, let's put it that way. The RNG doesn't do us any favors, let's put it like that. This guy is gonna die for that peak. It's really bad. However, I would like to go middle again now. I7 may even try to take the hill now. He bounces that. I'm gambling at this point, you know. Bad shots. He's doing well, man. Good angling. I'm gonna die. He actually did very well in his stupid I7. He did very, very well, which is very sad for me. He picks Grousers and Turbo and thinks he's participating in an Ayuxin video or something. Kind of annoying, but at the same time, he angled well. What can I say? BZ, wow, man, wow. Some pretty sad misses there, if you ask me. I would need this Leo to die now. That would be my dream. I mean... Okay, he's gonna die to the RD, fine. We gotta get ready now for the endgame damage, which is the... Not the I7, it's just the V5 and the Gorilla. The I7 is probably not gonna be touched. But yeah, my shooting wasn't that great, like I said. Issue that the BZ is still alive and sitting somewhere. What can I say, guys? It's the I7 clip that is the downside here. Again, it's good to show these games because they will happen, of course. Alright. Redshire. Lot of heavies on this Redshire battle. By the looks of things, I mean... Let's go over it. Better for them. I have no clue what this is. Better for us, I guess still. Even. Better for neither. Better for them. Better for them, technically. Better for us. It will be a pretty potentially big brawl on the right side of the map. And our initial play is going to be pushing up to the Zeppelin. When we get to the Zeppelin, we wait for somebody to be spotted coming closer. We peek, we make our clip, and we back off again. That's kind of what we're hoping for. Why? Because there is a disjointed part of the enemy team. So you have the slow heavies and you have the quick heavies, and they're not in sync whatsoever, which allows you in the beginning to have an opening that normally you wouldn't have. We also make sure to drive wide enough here on the right so the light tank doesn't spot us initially. Why we want to deny information to the enemy team. Quite often there's a light there that slows you down by like 1 or 2 seconds. You don't get shot by RD either if they have an RD. They don't now, but you know, in general, it is something to keep into consideration. The light wasn't even there, but still, my point stands. So, we're gonna go close here and then wait to see whether somebody's on the left or somebody's on the right and who we're gonna peek. The movement of the IS-7 shows us that he might want to push forward here. So I guess we use our internal timing, which means we're gonna peek in about 3 seconds unless the 268 peeks first. However, it's not okay to peek and take other people's corners away. We missed the timing actually with the V4. And he hits that. He actually hits my Coppola in the FV. What a gamer. What a gamer. You deserve that. What a great class of vehicles to have in the game. How amazing it is. Anyways, let's try and play it out though. I will not pick the left corner, I'll try to play it against the right now. Even 100 looking juicy in that regard. FVs are spotted. Give one. Lower plate now. Lower plate again. Now the lower plate becomes not attractive. And you know what? We don't want to take the shot here. So we let the 780 take the shot. And that goes out of nowhere. Somewhere below him. Okay, so reloading again. It's starting to get a little aggro on this left corner. Gotta be a little bit careful. I don't know if we can really hold this. I'm inclined to back off now. Which I will do as well. Back off a little bit. Guys, 7 speaking. This Griffin is speaking. The biggest issue is the size 7 being annoying. And our Rhino just not really playing the game. So I'm gonna readjust to where the Rhino is. And try to play from that part of the map. The 60p needs to back off. Why? Because if we peek here, we're gonna shoot them peeking around the corner. Roof there. Back at the third still. Easy pen, 100% pen. Good clip. Good clip. Good. Very good. 3 more times like this. We find a kill here as well. Enemy team is still winning this side, technically. But they're starting to, like, you know, back off a little bit, right? They're getting a little bit afraid as V4 is rolling in. Maybe the I7 follows up. Okay, we make the kill here. Upper plate. Good shot. Griffin's mantlet. Missed that. That's unfortunate. Getting ready for the overpeak again. Griffin repeaking. I don't think he realized that we could shoot him. I'd be surprised if he did. As for making a bad peak, I7 hit the track. Griffin now. Even 100 coming as well. Hold the angle. Superstructure. Good shot. Alright, one more clip to save this here. One more clip to save this. He's over peeking heavy, but they have V's. Have switch position though, so. No, the I7 still peeking. He's one shot. Kinda waiting for the 100 to get greedy. Or the Griffon. I would love to peek the 3 and clip the IS-4, but it's a bit too risky, I think. Bit too risky. Right now, patience is our biggest savior. But the IV is also moving in. And so is the 780. Come on, IS-7. Come on, E100. Come on, Griffon. Find a kill there. He's not peeking enough for me to shoot him. Like for a brief moment he is, but not something I'm really willing to shoot at, you know? Not in this scenario. And I feel the 100 wants to move in, you know? I feel like he wants to try. These side scrapes there, it's good for us. Oh, he hits that. We gotta reload here for our final clip. Somehow the guy behind us just exploded. What do get the 5k out of this though? The bad thing is that the 100 hit us, so we can die in one shot now. I'm just checking to see where they are and where they aren't, you know? Come on, kill him. Good bounce, lucky bounce even. Even 100 misses. I have one more. We don't reload here. Or maybe we do. We do reload. We do reload. Last second reload. Okay. Maybe we get one more clip out. Even 100 will be holding the angle. Yeah, V will be going to the outside. 780 could peek on top though. Can't trust this Rhino for anything though. Hoping for a bad peek from somebody or the AV to try and push me. He said Rhino kills a Griffin. I just can't peek really anything with the position of the 780. Ah! I was hoping he wouldn't be able to hold the shot there. I was a bit greedy, but like I didn't want to get hold on by the 780. 6.4 is still a very good result. Alright, guys. We get Westfield, and I honestly think that this is a map where many of you will say that you would struggle with a T57 Heavy, and I would understand because you have to play really well to get good games on this, especially against what the enemy team is bringing. 260 E5 VZ. It's not going to be easy to play against. A lot of sniping to these as well, which is going to make sure you cannot peek too many things either. It will not be easy. Westfield is the kind of map where you're trying to get out shot or two, trading only one. It's a trading map for sure though. Getting free clips on Westfield is rare. Having competent teammates is even rarer. We have to abandon this after the first clip. I7, where are you going?
Requesting support.
Right, okay, this will be an impossible game, guys. Just saying it already. Go to E5 peaks. We were hoping that he wants to cross over, which he doesn't. There comes the artillery. That's another joy of Westfield, of course. Yeah, it's over already. It's already over. I might stay here for a clip, but Dakillzor going high. Good shot by me. And I've got the pressure for that. Let's reload now. And after this reload, I'm inclined to pick this position to clip out the VZ55. But then again, the 260 could still be a hole on that. However, it would be a bad play for him to still be there. But we'll still wait for a reload though. Okay, we don't see him immediately. The thing you gotta be careful about. You see the trees knocked over? Yeah, you have to be super careful about that altogether. It's really dangerous for you to play against that. 260 is still there as well. We could try to make the peak here, but it's also again a semi-risky peak. Oh, another one picking that. I told you, you make the snaps. I don't think you should be too afraid of making snaps. I assume that he'll be going back now. He doesn't. That lock is crazy though. I like the fact that the I7 might go push him. I think it's a good play if he does. I'm kind of hoping that the 260 makes a bad pick here. He didn't. I thought he was going to go up further. Okay, he's a one-shot. We're losing our cover from above, though. I have my 2 shots for the E5 here. I would love to make them even. Second wheel on the E5 is always armoured, so when you can shoot for it, you try to shoot for it. I mean, the I7 is holding very well right now, but we're losing on the other parts of the map. When I reload, I can clip out the E5 though, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. Take one shot and clip him out again. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, let's not be greedy. 2, 1. He bounces, is good. We're just jiggle peeking a little bit, find the kill on him. With a little bit of luck, we can kill the VZ here too. No. There's a 183 moving in. Okay. Good spot there. Let's give it to fires. Is that AP? Looked like AP. It should have the 260 can slowly peek us now. Big dreams, guys, big dreams. Big dreams of staying alive, but I don't think it's gonna be happening. We're gonna be aiming to get the last 2 shots in here. Hopefully, somehow. Good kill, thank you. Although, I see an opportunity, guys. We get despotted here. Get ready. He peeks us for this though. He gives us a shot, not good. I wanted to run into the buildings to find the final clip here. And we don't make it because the gorilla gets all the way to E3, sadly. Tough game, man. Really tough game, and doesn't help that our heavies didn't want to play. Could I maybe gone for the last 2 shots? I don't know. Again, you do have games like this in the T57. They're not all going to be great. We're still top of the board. We could have had 4.5, but, you know, it was a hard game. We had nobody A3. I don't know. And then we get an Abi game. Abi, not one of my favorite maps altogether. We're going to be going 1-2 line because it's the only thing I know how to do. And we're going to see if we can do something. They have a bunch of annoying things though. Bliska, V4, E5, Rhino, T79, Mivi. All tanks that are going to be roughly and remotely annoying to play against. For us. It will be a matter of finding a good engagement. Also paying attention to who controls the middle of the map, of course. And so far, it seems like it's the enemy team that's controlling the middle of the map. So that's something we have to be careful about and paying attention to as well. And let's see what comes out of this as a result of that. So I want to go high to potentially clip one of the medium tanks, but that doesn't look like such a good scenario either. You have the V4 and the Bliska pushing the 8 line. It's also interesting, of course. The Rhino is coming up against the 260. I mean, I would love to go with the MX here and find some shots on the Progetto, which I don't think is possible. It's not. Maybe peeking wide, of course. Why not? Why would he not be able to do that? They have so many tanks in the 8 line. We must be able to pressure this. To be honest, I just need the AMX to go first. AMX, you need to go. If you go, I go. Come.
I need your help. Moving to support your position.
He bounces. Gotta make sure I aim well here. Give one. I am reloading. 279 fired. Now I gotta bait the AMX a little bit again because the other guy really just wants me for some reason. Please finish the Mivi. I have 12 seconds after. Good job, AMX. I have 10 seconds. 9. It's a good usage of our HP here. It's a good push up as well. 279 just fired. We'll find the full clip here against the 279. Just get on the side. Make sure we aim. If we take a shot, we take a shot. It doesn't matter. And then we aim for the last one. We take one from the T62A, which is pretty sad though, for that. And instead of pushing through here, we want to go back towards the middle slowly. There's nothing left really on 1-2 line except for maybe a TVP that you don't even know for sure that would be there. Well, you know that in the middle of the map there's a Progetto and a T62A, but the Progetto is still carrying a 1.1k HP. T62A is going deep though. Gotta watch out for that. Yeah, we're just gonna drive down here. I know, you always zoom out and you look what part of the map looks less deep. So you know where you won't drown. You can kind of tell by the colors. What spots are safe, what spots are less safe, etc. So, now I'm moving on to AMX. Last 3 are for the Progetto, it's fine. Don't mind. TVP is spotted in the base. The 260 will make short work of him, IMO. Like, I will make short work of this Progetto. This guy in 260 V4 is still pushing this. The Progetto is not paying attention. We keep driving, especially. That is not good. That is really unfortunate, actually. We take a shot for that. We're able to dodge the second volley, though. But it takes us out of the flow of this battle, we can get 1 or 2 shots on this guy. It's gonna be 1 actually. They force drop enough, so maybe they go peek him all the way. Which they are actually. Overplayed, no success. Bliskovice coming in the open. Coming towards the corner. Lower plate. Good shot. Now we go for the T62A, and it's again looking like a good game. We had a lot of pretty good games, none super explosive ones though. Let's see what we can do. Sadly, he jumps down, which means I don't get any more damage. It makes us. 183. We can go to the outside here. It will probably be better. Oh my god, the timing. The timing. The timing. That's actually unfortunate. We would have gotten some shots against the TVP. Artillery, thank you. Glad to be reminded that you're also part of this game. Now the question is, where is the 183 holding? I think I'm faster than the AMX on flat ground. Not when I'm stunned and he isn't, but we're both stunned by the looks of things. It's gonna have to be a snap. I'm dead, goodbye. No, not dead. Not dead, but also not getting any damage, so... And the TVP went to drown, very nice. And the Bachelor went to drown, very nice, love to see it. So it's gonna be a 5.4k damage. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. We take it. Mistakes in this battle. Not aiming better on the Progetto. I think that's about it. That is the only thing we really made a mistake at. We could have aimed longer on the Progetto and killed him, and it would have been fine. But you know, nonetheless, we still get 5.4, which is a good result. Which I can also tell you is over 9 games, a session of 5,545. Which I am pretty happy with altogether. Now let's get into the more technical aspect of the video. Of course, when looking at the T57, few things to point out here after the video that to pay attention. This upper hull is actually very, very bouncy. With most American hulls, when you peak like this upper hull is really pretty strong. You want to bait with that. And of course, it has these slopes on the turret that allow it to bounce shots that it should never really bounce. There's not much more to it in terms of armor. So let's take a look at the equipment, field mods, and all of this other stuff that you may be interested as well. First up, I use turbo, HP, and stabs as my main setup. The Bond turbo is pretty nice for this as well, but of course regular turbo, etc. also work. The reason why is because the 57 naturally has a pretty bad reverse speed. You want to work upon that. HP in general is just amazing. You get extra HP, you get track protection, and then of course stabilizer as well. I load only 1 AP clip because I feel most of the time to make maximum usage of the T57, you want to be using the 340 millimeters of heat. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it goes. Now let's take a look at the crew skills, guys. I will retrain it with you so you can see in what order I think is most important. So of course, repairs, BIA. I think coordination is pretty important, but recon is pretty nice as well. Then we go coordination. And then here you have a bunch of skills that none of them are really too amazing. You could go practicality instead of emergency, because emergency on an autoloader is not the greatest. So you could do something like this, totally acceptable. And then for this, of course, firefighting or situational awareness first. And then last, I always take signal interception. Then for the gunner, in terms of importance, repairs, BIA, Deadeye, or Snapshot, whichever one you prefer. Then we go designated target, obviously. And then last but not least, armorer as the very, very last one. I think all of those are pretty clear. Then, of course, BIA, repairs, smooth ride. Then for the T57 Heavy, you could take Engineer, but also Controlled Impact is pretty good. Engineer is also pretty nice for the reverse speed, and then Off-Road, of course, if you want to. The order there, you can play around with it, of course. Then, of course, here, repairs. Then we take Intuition, IMO, because you still want to be able to switch to that AP clip when you really need to. Ammo tuning, or actually save storage before that ammo tuning, and then Adrenaline Rush to finish it off all together in that regard. that is about it for cruise. Second setup on the T57 Heavy is with vents. That's the one I always use. So that's the one I go for. Then field mods, nothing on the first if we're playing with HP because it is not worth it. Then we take aiming circle size. We always take aiming circle size. Then we take the extra view range. Then we have the focus on mobility. It already has really good DPM, and I told you that has bad reverse speed, so we do want to focus on that. And then of course we take the field mod that helps us after the first shot. Because it's just a better one between the two, to be honest. Aiming speed, a very useless statistic to look at altogether.